Hello grade 11s, today I'm looking at page 114 of my workbook. We are doing a cam, and from the given diagram we can see that they have given us a roller follower and the detail for that. So generally that's going to be my start point. Draw that given cam, and then we'll do the displacement graph according to the specifications that are given on that side. So get your circle stencil so that you can draw your follower and the camshaft. I've started by drawing my camshaft, diameter of 20, and hatching that. I've put in my angle of direction of rotation. Now it says here that it's 20 to the bottom of the roller, so there is my distance of 20, and then 10 up for me to draw my roller, and there is my roller, diameter of 20. Now remember, this is the point that I must project across as the baseline of my displacement graph. I'm just going to finish off drawing my roller follower. There is the given, which I've completed over here. Now let's get the displacement graph drawn. Just projected where they've said the maximum distance from the cam profile to the center of the camshaft is 60. So your maximum from there would be a height of 60, so it's not going to go higher than that. And I've picked the start point. Now we need to find the scale. So the scale is 6 millimeters for 30 degrees. So 12 times 6 is 72 millimeters, which I need to mark off for the total length of my cam displacement graph. I'm going to mark off the 6 millimeter increments, label the displacement graph, label the vertical scale, put in the 30-degree splits, and label the horizontal scale. There is my label. I've put in my divisions, though I see we've got an odd number here, 290. And my horizontal scale and my vertical scale. Now let's plot the graph. So it says uniform motion from 0 to 100 degrees. The follower rises 60 to its maximum height. From 100 to 150 there's a dwell period. From 150 to 210 follows drops 2/3 of its maximum height. 210 to 290 a dwell, 290 to 360 goes back to its original position. The first thing we need to do is a little bit of a calculation here, because they've given us this funny angle. So at 100, now how do we work that out? From 90 to 120 is 30 degrees. And we need to go from 90 to 100, so that's a 10 degrees difference. So what I'm saying is we'll take 30 divided by 10 gives us a measurement of 3. Now if we are traveling the distance between 30 degrees is 6. 6 divided by the 3 segments gives us a distance of 2. So from 90 we're going to measure 2 millimeters, and that's going to give us where the 100 millimeter mark is. So mark off my distance of 2. Put my I needed to measure a distance of 100. Sorry, a distance of 60. My distance of 60 from 0 to 100. Then it says from 100 to 150 is a dwell period. So my horizontal line to the 150 mark. Two-thirds, so if our height is 60, divide that by 3 is 20, and 2 of those is 40. So it drops 40 from 150 to 210. So let's measure the distance down of 40. Here's my distance of 40, and we needed that at 210. There we are. From 210 to 290. Now again, 290 is 10 degrees short of 300, and we've worked out that is 2 millimeters. So I'm measuring back 2 millimeters. And that's a dwell period. Then from 290 to 360 it goes back to its original position, so back to the bottom. And there is your displacement graph. I will now draw in my pizza slices. To get to 100 degrees, you're going to need to use your protractor and mark off where 100 would be, and the same for 290. So mark off that 10 degrees down from there, or 20 up from your 270, and then get your lines in. I'm going to project my points across now to my center line before I transfer them around to the pizza slice. Remember, then at each pizza slice I'm going to do a little construction of a semicircle for the roller. I've taken my protractor and I've marked off 10 degrees here to give me 100, and 20 degrees there to give me 290. Now I'm going to project my points across to my center line and transfer those measurements. There's my 60. $90. Here's 100. And that goes to 150. 180. 210 goes all the way to 290. There's 300. 330 and 360. Now I'm going to take my compass from my center point and transfer the measurements to their respective pizza slices. Here's point 300, transfer that around. Here's 210 to 290, so there's 290, 270, 240, to 10. There was 60, 180, 90. Here was 100 to 150. And the last one I needed was 30. And now at each of those points I'm going to draw my semicircle with the radius of 10 for my roller. As you can see, I've put in sort of semicircles and arcs at each of my points. And now to join up the tangent. Remember, with this follower, it might not give me necessarily that point. It's going to be a tangent to this arc or the roller that we need to link up, and not necessarily where it touches the pizza slice. So with your flexi curve, ideally, join up the points in a nice curve. And there is the completed drawing on page 114 of my workbook.